Hello, everyone. This is Kristen Fagan here with Softlex Company, and I'm just getting myself situated. So if you are new around here, I wanted to pop up all of our socials so that you can come hang out with us on Facebook. We have a group called the Softlex VIB Studio. You can find us on Instagram at Softlex Company, on TikTok at Softlex Wire, on YouTube at Softlex Company, Pinterest, Twitter, and Threads, all at Softlex Company. And you can find us at softlexcompany.com. Use the hashtag SoftLexWire when you're sharing your items, your designs on any of your social medias, and we'll be able to find them. All right, let's see here. I'm going to pick a new hashtag for today. Let's do TGBE. And I'm here. Sorry for the slight delay. I was picking up my kid from school. He got out early today. And so I was just getting here, just took off my purse and everything right at 1 o'clock. So hello. Hey, everyone, it's Kristen, and I am a designer with Softlex Company. We have the TGBE Fall Fest coming up in the Great Bead Extravaganza this coming weekend. So you'll see here, comment with hashtag TGBE to enter to win. I'm going to give away this Harvest Moon bead strand. And that was the name of our kit for the Great Bead Extravaganza, was the Harvest Moon Mystery Kit. We have sold out of those. We do have some of the bead strands left. We've sold out of the bead mixes though too. I'm going to give away one of these strands to somebody at the end of the video. You must be here to win when I call your name and let me know that you're here. And then we will get your prize out to you. That's it. Just hang out, comment with hashtag TGBE, and let me know if you are ready for this weekend. Let me know if you're, I know it came up on us at Softlex Company quite quickly. We have a lot going on personally within our company right now. And so things are a little all over the place. And actually, Sarah and we are normally live during the TGBE. Our show time is 1 p.m. Pacific time with Softlex Company. However, we're going to be recording it this week, and then we're going to share it during our time slot on Saturday. And the reason being is that if you haven't heard, one of the owners of Softlex Company, Mike Sherman, has passed away. He passed away at the end of September, and we're doing a celebration of life for him on that weekend. So I will be traveling to California on Saturday, and I think I'll be in a car as a passenger at the time of our presentation. So I do plan to be hanging out in the chat, and I think Sarah also plans to be hanging out in the chat. So although it'll be a little bit different for us on this particular show, we still hope to be there talking to you all in the chat while our presentation is live. We'll be working with the Harvest Moon design kit, like I said earlier, that has sold out. But we're also going to create with some new items. We have some new stuff going up online this week on Wednesday. We have these gorgeous new boho flower beads that we're going to make with today. And So in addition to the kit, we'll also be creating with some new items that you can purchase over the weekend. And we also have some fun stuff planned for those of you that place orders for the weekend. So stay tuned for more of that information. You can join us on Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific time for the TGBE preview party that happens over on the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page. And that is when all of us presenters get together. We do a little Zoom call and talk to all of you about what we have planned for the weekend, so you can get a nice overview about what everyone's got going on. And it is an entire weekend. So it kicks off in the morning on Saturday, goes until almost the end of the day on Sunday. I think it's around 8 to 4 Pacific time is the time slots. And then it goes all day again on Sunday. A lot of fun. Always a good time. And it'll be strange for us to be doing it a little bit differently this time. But, you know, that's just the way things go. And it's lovely that we can record it and then share it with you during our time slot so that, you know, it doesn't look like anything different is happening on your end. It's just a little bit different for the preparation on our end. Thanks everyone for the love and prayers and condolences. And it's been a tough few months, that's for sure. So thank you. Appreciate all of your love. And today we're going to be making a fun bracelet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll show this a bit closer in just a second. We've got going on at softluxcompany.com. We've got an order deal happening, monster savings. It is spend $99 or more, get $15 off your order. No coupon needed. It's not valid with any other discounts, any other order discounts, I should say, because it does apply with sale, clearance, outlets, all of that stuff. And bundles, if you get our emails, you're going to get one that says bundle up. It's sweater weather, and just kind of showing you all a little bit of the great deal you can have in our bundles. So we've probably have like quite a few Czech glass bundles now. Our newest being the Boho flowers, and you can get all the colors. There's 22 different colors in that bundle. And when you buy the bundle, you get 30% off of the full retail price. And that's the case with almost all of the Czech glass bundles. We also have some paint bundles, and some of our Colorful Soul wooden pop-outs are in a bundle. Speaking of, I wanted to kind of play with that today, and I totally spaced on pulling that out, but maybe that'll be something for next week. Thanks, Wanda. Wanda says your hair looks fabo. I'm in need of a haircut actually, but I'm having a good day. Oh, Kay's doing her gender reveal. Oh my gosh. I love that she did that. Kay from Star Beads and Beadoria did a gender reveal kit. I can't wait to check that out. Is she on? She's on live right now with me at the same time. I'm excited to see that. So I will have to check that out after I'm done. All right. Anything else happening? The Monster Mash party was Thursday and Friday. That was awesome. We had such a good time. The replays for day 1 and day 2 are on the Softlex Company YouTube channel and Facebook page. So if you missed those, go check it out. Really, really fun. We had 4 designers over 2 days. So 4 hours of classes, all on the Monster Mash party theme. It was really cool. All right. Oh, you love all the jewelry I have on. Thank you. These are from the spring collection. I did this necklace during our Great Bead Extravaganza spring fling, so you can find that one there. And I don't remember which video this one was, but it was around the same time. I'll come up closer on those. But I thought that they were a fun design that you can also swap those little square beads for these. bigger boho beads, right? So these are 18 by 18 millimeters. So it's a really nice large flower. You can see the difference in size compared to that little square that we had earlier this year. I don't think we have any of these left. Oh, Vanessa made them. Awesome. Nancy says, I was watching a video I did last year when I needed a cut. Must be that time of year. Well, last year, I think I cut my hair for the first time in like almost got my hair cut professionally for the first time in quite a while, because I do trim it myself a lot. But now I have like a hair person that I go to a little more regularly, and I'm a little overdue. But we're going to make this really fun bracelet today. And then Jem shared this clasp on her video during the Monster Mash party. And then I added a little extra thing to hook it into on the other side. And this fits me perfectly. You might have to make adjustments depending on your wrist size. I did originally have 7 flowers, and it ended up being too big once I added the 2 ends of the clasp. And so I took one off. And now this one comes to just about 8 inches, which I know is large, but I do have a big wrist, and it fits comfortably in that it is a little bit loose on me. I'm going to put it on and show you. It's like slightly loose, but I kind of perfect from where I would want it. And the beads are a little bit larger, so you tend to have like a little bit larger of a bracelet just to make sure it works well. So this worked out for me. I chose 6 flowers, and I did 3 of each color. Oh yeah, Angel. So you know, I feel like sometimes my bracelets can be like 7 3/4, but for this one, this size ended up being a little bit larger to fit comfortably. Nancy just got a new hairdo last week. Congrats. I know. It's like one of those things that you can kind of let go for a while, and then you finally get a nice cut, and you're like, why? Why did I wait so long? So I'm using 22 gauge for the wrapping, the double wire wrapped loops, and I'm using 18 gauge for the clasp. And this is the bare copper, although I picked up the non-tarnished copper in the 22. So I might go grab the bare also. And the difference is they look the same now on the spool. That's the bare, that's the non-tarnished. But the bare copper will patina over time. Beautiful. I love it. And you can also hammer it. And you can do any other like kind of chemical reactions and stuff you want to do on the bare copper. The non-tarnished copper has an enamel coating on it, so it'll stay bright like this. So the way it looks on the spool now is the way it will continue to look due to that enamel coating on top. So that's the difference between the non-tarnish and the bare. Let's see if I can find. There's 22. Ooh, I don't have that much left of the bare on the 22. But I probably have enough for my project. So these are some of the colors. I did not get all of the colors. I think I got 13 out of the 22. So just a sample that you've got here. And I am choosing 3 colors to work with in this bracelet. So for this art design, I used this one is the orange and clear, and then it's got a copper coating on top, like a copper with the finish, I guess, where the little lines are. And then this one feels very coppery. It's kind of like a brown copper flower. And then this one is like a periwinkle color and then has the copper finish on it. Then I just repeat those same three again, the orange, the copper, and that periwinkle color. Oh, you like my crystal fan dish? I know. These are definitely holiday inspired. It's a cute dish. I love the shape for like fitting it on my desk and being able to hold a lot of beads. So I thought you all could help me with another colorway. From what we've got here. So let's choose some 3 colors to go together. I thought these were so pretty for like a fall bouquet, the ones that I picked out originally, but there's lots and lots of other pretty ones too. I'm going to be using copper wire for the wire wrapping. But that doesn't mean I can't mix metals. This one's like a matte gold. And I could add that periwinkle again. This one has like an AB finish on it. This one's like a gray with a gold. That could be pretty with that one. Let's see. Let's do something with this one. So this one's got like purples and blues and copper. Kind of got a raccoon look to it. And then this one's a clear one with some pink. And then we could add maybe something like that copper in there. Kind of make it a little earthier with the pinks. Let's see, yellow, orange, red. I don't have any red. I have this lovely color, which is like a mustard yellow. I could do that with orange. And then I don't have red, but I do have that AB finish one. That could go there. So it's more purpley looking. Or I could do this one that's kind of purpley too. You want to go with the purple look. There's also the bright yellow, which is so cute. If you wanted to really just stay in like orange and yellow tones, that could be really cute. I like that actually. Create them all. I know, look at all. And I think before I went live earlier today, I was playing with this too. And I think I even came up with different combinations than what I'm doing right now. So I love that. There's so many combinations. What color would be good with those two that I have left? Maybe that kind of gray and gold one, or maybe the blue and copper. I haven't used these yet. Black and green. I'm thinking that could be fun with the mustard color. I have to move them down. You can't see that row. This part's just fun just doing this, isn't it? I kind of want an orange in there. I feel like if it had that color, and an orange, it would look like a pumpkin, like the mustard, the orange, and then the green top. I do like the orange here though too. Terry likes the teal and purple. I could look through beads all day long and not make anything, right? Okay, I think I have at least one of every color that I have in my stash on the table now. Let's narrow it down. It's like a garden. They all look pretty together. Yep. Ooh, the middle of the flower could be eyes. Paint the pupil black for Halloween. Colidi says bronze and black. Lovely flower bouquet. All right, so now we have to come up with one. Which one we're going to make with our copper wire. So are we going to make, let's do this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the rows. We'll move this one out of the way since that's already done. So put in your favorite row. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Oh, we're getting some love for row number 3. Oh yeah, 3 and 4. 3 and 4, 3 and 4. Okay. So we'll take away 1, we'll take away 2, we'll leave 3, and we'll take away 5. So those are your favorite 2, it looks like, with 3 being in the lead. Oh, 4's catching up. I've lost track. Damien, will you help? Is it 3 or is it 4? I feel like it's 3. My instinct is telling me. Damien's nodding in the background. 3 is perfect for fall. I know. So pretty. But look at all the different, I mean, I'll just put this one aside to think about. And we'll go with 3. So pretty for fall. I love how it's very similar to the first one I did, but just slight differences with the yellow and the blues. And this one might be, this one's like a marigold. All right. No more playing around. Time to get going. Time to get wire wrapping. So I'm going to use 22 gauge of bare copper Softflex craft wire. And I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit from my spool. The yellow does pop. And I'm trying to remember what size I used. Probably about 3 inches. I would think that seems like a good amount. Oh, Kimberly says that's the only kind of marigold I can have around me. Oh, you allergic to marigolds? Yes, Nancy, you read my mind. Nancy says keep one for me and bring one to Sarah. The only trouble with that is that Sarah has such a small wrist. I might have to trim this down a bead for her. But I do like that idea, and I was thinking that. She would definitely, I mean, I don't know if I would be, what would it measure if I took off one? About 1.25 inches. So if I knocked it down 1 bead, that might fit Sarah. And I know she probably will adore that bead. So that could be either in the middle. Oh, that's a good idea. And then have one of these dangle. Maybe the yellow one would dangle. Or I could do that where there's 2 yellows. This reminds me of like moving cups around. That one might be good for her. So that there's 2 yellows in there. And then there's 2 mustard yellows and 1 orange. Okay, let's try that. She's got such a dainty wrist. 2, 3, 4. So I've got 5 cuts of the 22 gauge of Softlex craft wire bare copper. Anne says keep the oranges. So you think I should just do 1 of these and do the 2 oranges? Mixy, mixy. Like that one? Yeah, I can make Sarah some yellow earrings to match, which would be cute. Okie dokie. So let's start with, I have a pair of bent nose pliers. I have a pair of round nose pliers. And you could also use chain nose pliers instead of bent nose pliers. First thing I'll do is I'll go down about, I always just eye it. So let me see if I could, that's about 1.5 inches. Go down about 1.5 inches and make a 90-degree angle. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go about the middle of my round nose pliers. If you want, you could go a little bit closer to the tip and it'll be a smaller loop. You can go back further and it'll be a larger loop. Maybe I'll go slightly towards my tip. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around my plier. I'm going to twist the location of my plier. So you see the wire was on the top. Now it's on the bottom. Go ahead and pull it under. straighten that out as best I can. I don't love that loop, so let's do it again. Have a little bit extra wire to work with here so that I could start again if I need to. Hi, Rosalinda. Let's see. Now I'm going to go down about an inch because I don't have as much wire. Go ahead up and around, twist, and then I can pull under. And for some reason, I keep bending it, so I'm just going to straighten it with my nylon jaw pliers. Oh, Rosalinda got her flowers last week. She loves them. Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. So I'm just going to grab a hold of my loop with my bent nose plier. I moved this wire out to be a little bit straighter. And then I'm going to use my chain nose plier to wrap around. You could use your fingers. I tend to like to use my fingers better, but my hands are super like sweaty right now. And so the wire is slipping out of my hands. Sorry if that's too much information. But I'll go ahead and trim off that tail. And now I've got myself one side of a wire wrapped loop, and then I'm going to go ahead and string on my air conditioner just kicked on. This is the hardest part, is where is the hole? There we go. String on my flower. Oh, I'm terrible with that, Nancy. Definitely have to set a timer. I always get distracted, especially with the toaster oven. That's usually where my biggie is. I put food in the toaster oven and then I get totally distracted. I shouldn't walk away. Okay, so now I'm going to make my second loop, but I'm not going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap it later, but I'm not going to wrap it right away because I want to keep it open to attach. And then using two pliers, a chain nose and a bent nose, grab a hold of your loops and straighten them out. What I mean is you want them to be going in the same direction. Like so. Okay, got one flower down. Let's do another. I feel like my first one was a little bit rusty. I can just tilt that up just a little bit to get that straight. Grab my chain nose pliers, grab the tail and wrap it around. I went around 2 times on that last one and cut it off on the third. Trim it, and then I'm just gonna tighten this up because that one got a little wacky. And then I will go ahead with my next one. Those pretty yellow ones. These have more of a matte finish. And then I will grab this end here, make my bend into my pliers, loop it all the way around like so, but I'm going to keep it open. And then I will move on to my next one. And you can connect them as you go, or you can do it like this, where you leave one side open and then you can connect them all up at once. The flowers are really beautiful. They are so pretty. They're brand new, so you can find them at softluxcompany.com, and you can buy all of the colors individually. They come in 4 flower packs. So for each pack, you'll get 4 flowers. So if you wanted to make this bracelet, you probably would need to pick out at least 2 colors and get 2 packs of each. 1 pack of each. This way you have a total of 8 flowers. Or you can buy the bundle. So in the bundle, you get 4 of each color, and there are 22 colors. So what does that mean? That's 88. You get 88 flower beads. 4 colors, 4 beads of each color. Super fun. And you'll get 30% off the full retail price if you purchase the bundle. So if you like a whole flower garden and you can't choose just 1 or 2 colors, you need them all, grab the bundle. And then right now, if you spend $99 or more, you'll get an extra $15 off your order. Oh, pretty sweet. Nancy's making everybody hungry. Sounds like a nice fall meal you're cooking, Nancy. Although we're not quite sweater weather in Arizona. Well, in Phoenix, Arizona anyway. But it is a heck of a lot cooler and a heck of a lot more beautiful. Oh, Rosalinda, we usually get them up at exactly the same time, and we didn't this week. There was like an issue with just timing, where we decided to do the bundle after we had already put them up. So if you do want all the colors and you bought a bunch, I'm sure you can message us at info@softluxcompany and see if there's a way to rectify that for you. We usually get the new item and the bundle up at the same time, but I think it happened a day later this time because it wasn't on the schedule to do a bundle, and it was sort of decided after. Things have been a little tough behind the scenes, But if you want all the colors, I'm sure they'll work with you. Just message us at info@softluxcompany. So did anyone catch Jem's presentation during the Monster Mash? Oh my gosh. She is such a fabulous wire worker, and it was really great to have such clear and concise instructions for doing wrapped loops like this. So be sure to check her out. I'll just trim a little of that. That one has a pretty long pretty long tail on that one and that one. All right, so what was my order again? I think that one was in the middle. Two. There we go. So now I can attach these all together. And what I'll do is just take my bent nose pliers and slightly open the side that is not wrapped yet and slide on the wrapped side. Then I'm going to come back and close that. And then I'm going to grab a hold of that loop with my bent nose pliers and grab the end of this end with my chain nose pliers and wrap it around. 1 and 2. Maybe just kind of help it out with my fingers at the end here. And then trim off that little tail. I always cut it down away from me so it doesn't jump back out at me. And then go ahead and just tuck in that little wire. And now we'll do the same thing for the next one. We will open up this loop, slide on the wrap side of the next one, close that loop back up, just twisting it slightly like you would a jump ring. Then holding on and wrapping around. It's funny because you should have more control using tools, right? But I'm just so used to using my hands that I tend to have more control with my hand. It's just what you get comfortable with. Go ahead and get in on here. Try and get this one a little bit closer. There we go. And then tuck that wire in. I do really love using the bent nose pliers for tucking wire. I don't know why it feels different, but it does. And I always struggled with tucking in wires at the end before, and I feel like this plier has helped so much. It's a little bit heavier plier, so maybe that's helpful. One and two. I'm going to do one more. Nancy is asking, Kristen, do you think that Softlex will restock the flowers when they sell out? We don't tend to. For something like this, it's not something we might have in our everyday stock. So most of the time, we wouldn't. Now, that's not to say, I don't know if this is a flower that we might be able to get more easily, and maybe we will restock them, especially if we end up selling out of them really quickly. Maybe we'll have an ability to restock them. But I feel like when it comes to the Czech glass stuff, we kind of get it, and then once it's gone, it's gone. We might get in some other colors or something. And a lot of times it has to do with just being able to get that same item again. All right, so my last one here, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. So I guess short answer is I don't really know, but it's probably not likely unless there are extenuating circumstances that we sell out quickly and we're able to get those same beads again. Melissa says, I love a pastel collection for spring. I love all the Czech glass from Softlex. Thank you. Yeah, we've really upped our Czech glass bead game in the last couple of years. And I love that we have flowers. They're always really fun to design with. All right, there we go. So that's my chain. Let's see, I want to check the length on this, just out of curiosity. So this is about a little over 5, not quite 5.5, maybe 5.25, slightly over. And then this will probably give me another 1.5 at least. The nice thing about it is I'm giving this to somebody who could redesign it, right? If it's too big or too small, she might be able to change it. Well, hopefully I'll get it close. All right, so now I'm going to cut some of the 18 gauge craft wire in bare copper to make my clasp. And my first cut, I'm going to make, let's go 4 inches for both of them, which is probably more than I need, but I'd rather cut it away. So I straighten it. I'm just straightening it with my nylon jaw pliers before I cut it off the spool, and then trimming it at 4 inches. Just like so. I'm going to use my multi-mandrel plier for this. And I'm going to start with making a small loop at the tip of my regular round nose pliers. So just as close as the tip as I can be, make a teeny tiny loop. Then I'm going to place that loop into my, let me just straighten it out for a second here. Give it a little squeeze and flatten it. Flatten it out. Then I'm going to place it inside of my pliers, and I'm going to use the large end. So I've got it placed in like that, and I'm going to wrap around the largest mandrel. Just like so. And here I might even just kind of bend the wire, bring it past that loop and then back. So it's nice and close there. And then just using my chain nose pliers, I'm going to give it some squeezes. You can also wire whack it at this point. Let me see if I got my whacker. I do. So this is called a wire whacker. It's 2 slabs of nylon. Place your piece inside and then you slam it down. I'm just going to mute myself for a second. and you just I flatten it on one side and then I flip it and then I whack it a few more times and it gives it a nice work hardened, which just hardens up that metal, makes it stiffer and less likely to be pulled on. Now I'm going to make my loop on the bottom. So let's see, what size do I want to do that one? What did I do this? I did this one probably about there, actually. So I'm going to come down a little bit so I have some area for my coils. Go ahead and bend it towards me and then go up and around. I'm going to twist my pliers so that I could pull that through, just like so. And now, before I go any further, I need to make sure I can attach it. So I'm going to open up and attach it to my last bead. And then I'm going to grab that loop and close it. I'm going to grab my bent nose pliers and hold on to that loop. And then with my other hand or pliers, I'm going to wrap around here. 1, 2, 3. And since I'm pretty close, I think I'll just go 4 all the way around. And then using my bent nose pliers, just straighten those loops out a bit. Go ahead and trim off my end. And then that is very pointy there, so I'm going to want to fold that in. And there you have 1/2 of your clasp. It is necessary for clasp because you really want it to be nice and hard. And you can even, this was something that Jem shared too, is you can just squeeze it with your pliers. This is especially true on the bare copper. If you're using some of the enamel copper, you might nick it. You might nick the color. And so in that case, if I was using a colored wire, I might want to work harden it with just a pair of nylon jaw pliers. I'm just going up and down like this, just squeezing on top. And now on the other side, I will just make a loop, a little loopy loop. And I think I did this one here. I'm just going to go about not quite halfway, almost halfway, make myself a little bend. And I will say with just the nylon hammer, you're going to get, it'll be not as hard of a work hardening as if you were to do it with the wire whacker or a hammer or thing like that. Make your loop, hold your loop with your bent nose or chain nose pliers. I'm going to grab the other end with my other chain nose pliers and wrap it around. Whoop. 2 times is good because I'm going to need to wrap up from the bottom too. Go ahead and tuck that down. So I've got a nice loop. And now on the other side, I want to leave a little bit of space to do my 2-loop wrapping before where my bend is. So I'll just come up a little bit, bend, and then I will use that same, I think it was this one here, loop around. Like so. And then before I close it, I want to open it up and I want to place it on the other end of my bracelet. Close it, grab a hold of that loop with the bent nose pliers, and now grab this end to make my wrap. 1, 2, and since I have a little bit of space there, I'm going to go around one more time to fill that in. Trim that off and then make sure to come into the back here and tuck that wire. And also straighten that out a little bit if I need to. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of squeezing on this because I did not wire whack it. Now, this is a problem to wire whack like this because you have all of this bumps and you don't want to hit it. However, you can pull it towards the end. So if you did forget to wire whack or you want to wire whack it again, you can kind of slide it to the end and just whack it. And then there you go. Look at how tiny this is. I wonder if it's too small. Maybe I will do something to adjust it. But I know she's got a much smaller wrist than I do. And when you lay it out, it's about 7 inches flat. Whereas this one is 8 inches flat. So it might fit her. Just as is. It just looks so itty bitty for me. I did make this part a little bit bigger than I did here too. So that's sort of, you do have a little wiggle room to make your bracelet a little bit larger or smaller based on how big you add your clasp. And I could make an extra little loop or chain at the end here for her, just in case. So cute. But honestly, it'll probably fit her just like that. Yeah, so if your wrist is too small to just do the flowers, you might have to put some like little beads in between. I was thinking that you could either you could take away a flower, do 4 flowers, and then maybe just do like a little bead next to it just to give it a little extra length, but not as much as a full flower. Or you can do like a little bead in between with a double wrap on it here and here. And then this way it doesn't take up as much space as a full whole flower. So you can play with it if you have to adjust it slightly, because the flowers are pretty large. So this one's using 5 flowers, this one's using 6 flowers. And it seemed like with 1 extra flower, it kind of added almost an inch. I know with the flowers, you can't go wrong. The combinations are endless that you can put together. And I think these are just perfect for fall. Now I'll have to make some earrings to match. I'm going to hold it up too. Like, look at, when I first did it, I was thinking of a necklace. So that could be so cute just as a necklace too. Woo, 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 woo. Which way? And just add it on chain or silver silk, or make your own chain, beaded chain going up the back. So fun. So fun. All right, so let's pick our winner. We're at the end of our video here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Make sure to comment with the hashtag TGBE to enter to win. I'll give you a moment here to do that. And let me pop up the Great Bead Extravaganza Fall Fest schedule. So join us on Friday, October 20th, 2023 for the project preview party at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then you'll see on Saturday, we kick it off with Candy Cooper of Nostalgica. And she starts at 8:30 Pacific time. And then we end it with a tips and tricks for organizing your beads and workspace. It's kind of a fun little extra half hour or hour there. That starts at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then we come back on Sunday. We kick it off with Abby Berta of the Bead Place, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. And then we end with our friend Christy Friesen at 4 p.m. Pacific time. You'll also see we have a special guest on Sunday. We have Gail Crossman Moore. She is joining us at 2:30 Pacific time on Sunday, October 22nd. She's our special guest this time around. So let's give her a lot of love, and I can't wait to see what she shares with us. She is just a phenomenal bead artist, fiber artist, and she does a lot of shrinky dinks. Sarah and I took her class at Bead Fest in Pennsylvania over the summer, and we did some shrinky dinks with her, and it was just super cool. So be sure to check that out. Yeah, I know, Sherry, what is Candy going to do this time? Do you remember what she did last time? I was hysterical. It was so funny. She is such a trip. And I feel like, poor thing, now how is she going to top it? Oh, Terry just found a long lost pack of Shrinky Dink film. Woohoo! Yes, be sure to tune in for Gail. 100%. She's got some awesome ideas for you. Candy does do amazing bracelets. Candy does amazing a lot of things. She is just a trip. She is such a hoot. All right, let's go ahead and see our giveaway here. Oh, hello, Kristen. Get it together. Let me stop sharing. I gotta add it in. Hello. That's what happens when you come sliding in when the video has already begun. All right, StreamYard. Oh, now I'm hitting all sorts of buttons. Okay, make sure to get your giveaway in there. I've got 111 of you watching and not that many entries, probably because I just set it up. So if you already entered, do it again. I'm going to give you another extra couple of minutes here. I thought it would pull you from earlier, but maybe it doesn't. So, yeah. Enter again. Enter again. You're entering to win a Harvest Moon bead strand. This beauty right here. Super fun, cool strand that goes with our Harvest Moon TGBE kit, which I'm probably going to get into this afternoon a little bit because I gotta open it up and there's some really fun things in there. I got to take a look and make some cool ideas for you. Let's see, we're up to 68 entries. I'll give you another minute since I totally messed that up. I thought I had it open and never quite set up the giveaway option. Well, at least I know everyone entering is here, huh? How many TGBEs has this been? If you don't know what we're talking about, be sure to check us out at the Great Bead Extravaganza on the Facebook page and the Facebook group. We started it during the pandemic, so 2020, I think, was the first one. So we're now in our third year, and we do quite a few a year now. So we do fall, we do winter, spring, and summer. So I think we're settled in on 4 a year, which is super awesome. Good luck, everybody. Yeah. All right, we're up to 74 entries. Joey says you are wonderful at the technology. Thank you. I know it's this one was just user error. I forgot to set it up before we got going. All right, 75. I'm going to go ahead and draw our winner while Nancy tries not to burn supper. Sorry about that, Nancy. I pushed us along a little bit later. All right. Yay. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry says, I love all your paintings behind you. Thank you. All right, here we go. Here we go. Thanks for your extra patience. Well, Rosalinda, hooray! Oh, Nancy says it's not me. It happens often that she's trying not to burn dinner. Rosalinda, I think you're still here. You were here not too long ago. Woohoo! There she is. Yay. Well, send us a message at info@softluxcompany.com, Rosalinda, and we will just tell us what shipping address. I think we're sure we have you on file, but just make sure we have it's going to the right one where you want your prize. Congratulations. Woohoo. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me for our fall flower wire wrapped bracelet that we did today. I hope you guys just love these new flowers, and be sure to check them out. Like I said, you can buy them individually. We've got 22 different colors. They come in packs of 4, or you can get the whole bundle and receive that 30% off for getting all of the colors. And now that I only have half, I'm a little sad I don't have more colors. So I'm going to have to see which ones I'm missing. Put it in order for the other half. Thanks, everybody. Join us on Wednesday. We have a beading party at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So stay tuned for that. I think it's with our friend Kelly at Kelly's Bead Boutique. I'll probably be getting that information up on our event later this afternoon. And then on Friday, I think we're doing a Whatnot sale. So if you're over on the Whatnot app, come check us out on Friday. You can also join us over there on whatnot.com. I think it's a phone app is mostly how you would use it. So look for it in your app store. And we're at Softlex Company there. And then we'll see you for the preview party Friday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we'll check in with you all weekend long during the Great Bead Extravaganza. Have a great week of creating, and I'll see you all next time. I should probably say next Monday, I am traveling home. So I won't be here for Free Spirit Beading next Monday. So you'll have to catch me the Monday after. All right. Bye, everybody.